When you cry out to God, he hears you and he responds. When you cry out to God, he hears you and he responds. James chapter 4, verse 7, submit therefore to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. See, most people quote this verse and they quote it all the time. I hear this verse all the time. I resist you, Satan. I resist you, Satan. I resist you. I resist you. I come against you. I bind you. I resist. I'm resisting. All week I've been resisting Satan. All week I've been under attack. I've been resisting. I've been resisting. And ultimately what happened? They gave in. Right. Yeah. Why? You know, Dr. Cole used to say this, a half-truth is a whole lie. So if you tell your spouse half the truth, it's a whole lie. It's not a half a lie, it's a whole lie. It's not a white lie, it's a big old nasty cancerous lie. A half a lie is half a truth is a complete lie. Just get that down right now. Church, no half truths. It's either all truth or, a half truth. So what is that? I find often in Scripture, when we take a half of Scripture, it doesn't work. It's a complete mess. A half of Scripture, why? Because what we tend to do is we tend to tear Scripture apart and take out the word we like or the phrase we like, and we don't keep it all in context. So what does that verse say? Well, it starts out with that big nasty cuss word, submit. Everybody say submit. Submit yourself therefore to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Submit yourself to God. Submit yourself to God. Remember what it just said in the thought before? Commit your ways to God. Commit your ways, commit your plans, commit your desires to God, and then submit to what he tells you. Let me just redo that again. That worked out real good. I started about here. Commit your plans to God, commit your ways to God, and then submit to whatever he tells you. And then when you resist the devil, you have something to stand on. Because now the Bible says that you're in agreement, and when you're in agreement, how many of you know you can be in agreement with a lot of things? You can have an agreement with the bank, and we know what that means right now, and for our bankers in the room, I love banks. But let's say you have some kind of, lending institution that has made some kind of agreement with you to buy a house in our valley today. And you know what it means that you've signed some kind of earnest agreement? You know what that means? Nothing. That means nothing in our valley today. I'm watching people, they sign, they get all the way up to, 3 or 4, 5, 6 days before, and then they just completely throw it out, and somebody else gets in the house or whatever. Start all over, just throw it out, So there's all kinds of things you can get in agreement with. You can get in agreement with a lender, and then you find out that, wait a minute, it's not what you told me. Right. There's an arm on this loan, and it's so buried in the, I'd have to be some kind of, paralegal, to interpret what this means. And I had no idea that that's what was going to happen. And you can get in agreement with all kinds of different entities and organizations and people. But I'm telling you, there's no greater commitment, no partnership than you and God, you and Jesus committing to each other.
We want to invite you to join us at Champion Life Church at any one of our 3 Sunday services. First, we have our 9:30 and 11:30 a.m. services. We also have our later and louder service at 7 p.m. We are located at 72745 Highway 111. We are across from the Westfield Shopping Town behind McDonald's. We hope you come and see us soon. You can also find us on the web at www.championlifechurch.com.